Once again, I have entered bed because I am tired, and this time I did it right away. And yet, still, I feel a weird impulse to do something else and not simply lay down and sleep. No idea why. But when I just thought, oh, maybe I should just stop this recording and sleep, my immediate thought is turn off the recording and then, find something to listen to, find something to read, find something to occupy myself with. So I don't know why, but I'll just make this video instead. It's a bit earlier today because I woke up early. So maybe I'm just underslept. Maybe that's still the root of all my problems. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But either way, I woke up early and then just kind of tired the whole day. So I went into bed earlier a bit, and then I just lay there for a while thinking, but I didn't fall asleep or anything. So then I decided, okay, maybe I should just go do something. Went outside, started doing something, and no, in fact, that was not the right decision. I quickly felt the tiredness throughout my whole body and returned right back here. Today was sort of an eventful day, but I don't think I should be focusing on the events too much. Let's start talking about some of my reflections from these past... Oh wow. I've basically been doing nothing for about 3 hours now, which is very interesting to think about with my new kind of approach to life of and rather than always trying to busy myself with something, whatever it may be, I do actually just take time to think and process now. Process has been an extremely useful word in that, I just tell myself I'm processing, and that is what I'm doing, but it's something I would classify as just dead time that should be avoided before. But yeah, processing makes it sound like the importance that it is. So anyway, I was thinking that, well, I'm doing all this processing, maybe I should be recording it. Should I record and post every little idea that I get, every little epiphany, or just even the process of trying to figure things out? Should I just record all of that? Or should what I've done for the rest of my life is not record any of it at all. Frankly, well, to be fair, I have not been thinking to myself all that much, but I have been some, and I've recorded none of it. So, the idea for my life right now was, well, I record some of these ideas that I usually, have pretty good ideas, and then instead of just having them, I record them, I put them out to the world, and then people find that and find my ideas interesting or useful and get value from it. I give value to society that way. But the problem is, well, what part of my ideas or thoughts do I record, put out? Because one of my approaches to life is to never do anything arbitrarily. A part of the reason that I think it would be good for explaining things to people is that I am a very, very logical person. I will have an explanation or a reason or some sort of justification for basically everything. Like my literal brain feels like a closed system, or like a closed set, or whatever it's called in math. Like basically, everything has some sort of, like explanation, or like everything has some sort of validity to it that could be explained if prompted. Like, that's the idea. Yeah. And of course, it's not that, like, it's all perfect. Like, theoretically, if I was prompted to explain some stuff, I could encounter a logical flaw while doing it, and then I'll need to rethink it. But anyway, one of my ideas is that things should really have a kind of a point to them, even if the point is that there is no point. For example, like with a lot of art, it's sort of just, doing what looks right, and there's what I used to do would be like calculate everything and like align it to a grid or something, but really, like, you just do whatever looks nice, and you can adjust it a little bit, and it's gonna be, not digitally clean, because it's gonna be like at least, like, if you look at the raw value, it's gonna be like coordinates, for example, like 1, 3, 7 to 2, 5, 4, something like that. Can be super clean ones. But then again, think of speech. Like, right now, my speech is getting things across, but it's not like, doesn't really have a mathematical alignment to it or anything. So anyway, the point can be that you're just doing whatever happens, and efficiency kind of could be the point. But like, I don't know what to do with recording myself, because, well, if I record every single thought, then I don't know, it doesn't feel right. Again, thinking back to like how humans used to live, what our bodies evolved for. I don't know the actual name. I would guess Paleolithic era, because like coming from paleo diet, similar reasoning there, I think, but I'm not sure that would hold. Yeah, just like, I would also say like caveman, but that could also be wrong. But you get the idea, like evolutionarily thinking, like on an evolutionary time scale, like old human ancestors would, like, if you're like hunting, for example, and you're stalking, you're waiting for an animal to come by and like shoot it. If you're doing that, then you're not going to be thinking out loud. You're going to be thinking, in yourself. This is the reason that I have increased my, reflection time and processing time. It's because that's how we evolved to live. Like, just sitting there and be waiting for something and just thinking and processing, But the problem with that is, I don't think that it is, like, it wasn't really done with people, was it? Like, it would just be you thinking with yourself while you're waiting for something. I wouldn't be telling it to someone aloud with language, which is also like a bit of a meh invention, The optimal thing would be to just your own natural thoughts, innate feelings. Wait, so since inner thoughts are already in a language and not really all of that natural and like not that intuitively perfect, since that's already a language, like I think in English, is there really any downside to doing the same thing but out loud? Now, my entire goal for this channel is to not filter myself, but I mean, that's not gonna happen, right? I mean, if I were to completely not filter myself, then that would be like violating privacy of other people and whatnot. So, yeah, I suppose though, while speaking, I can still have sort of these, like the inner thought where you just have, the best word I can think of is an idea. It's just suddenly, for example, like a memory will just surface to your mind all at once, and you're not commenting on it yet. You just sort of get it, like just add it to your context. Sort of like with language models, you might get like when you're trying to compact the context. I'm not no expert at this, but like think like chatbots and stuff, like compacting context. You just suddenly are the model is like saying something, and there's this file from a long time ago that's relevant, and you might want to like resurface that and put it back into the context of the model. Can use it, same kind of idea here with the human brain. You realize something from like an idea or a thought or a memory or something, and it just pops back into your head, and you suddenly feel it there, and you're ready to build off it. It's called, I mean, it's also called just remembering, I guess. But anyway, yeah, that's the idea. So, that's kind of the main thing I would think I would be missing from, thinking internally, because then there's less distinction, but I think it's still distinct from, like actively reflecting and from just, the memory thing that I just described. So, I can still get these. I don't have to say them out loud, but I can say out loud the reflection part, and I'm really not seeing any downside in that, to be honest. So, what if I just did it that instead of, this time where I'm doing nothing and I'm just sitting with myself, the time when, I don't know what to do and I need to think about it and I need to decide, I just press record and then decide on record and then post that to YouTube. Well, I mean, then my channel would be like so cluttered because, there's a lot of decisions I need to make, right? And sometimes it may not be convenient to record if I'm like at school or something, and it's, like for example, like teacher has stopped teaching and then give us work time, and I need to decide what to work on. I can't just record a YouTube video there. I wish I could, but like the teacher will tell me to focus or something. Like I cannot just be thinking aloud and have everyone listening to me, because like it's distracting or whatnot. Probably, I don't know. Maybe I could like try, but I don't feel like I feel like that would just screw over my teachers' views of me and stuff. Like in classmates and whatnot. So yeah, I don't think I can really do that. Additionally, it sounds a bit exhausting to be recording every single thought. I could probably get used to that now. The actual pressing record part is probably the most annoying one, because when I finish recording, sadly, I cannot just upload the audio to YouTube. I need to like import it into some sort of video editing software and then re-export it, and then I can upload that. But the importing and exporting part is already like annoyingly slow. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, well, those were the problems with recording everything. Now the problems with recording nothing. Well, the most obvious one is, if I don't use this as my contribution to society, what do I use as my contribution to society? I need a contribution to society if I want to receive society's benefits, and like otherwise I'll die. So yeah, I need something. Damn. Could I do something else then? Maybe this isn't for me. Well, I'm gonna do the thinking anyway, right? So if I just record it, then I can also get double benefit from it, right? Oh, hey, here, I think I figured it out. So my thinking, when I'm actually coming to conclusions, is the part that I don't record, and then the conclusions themselves are the part that I do record, right? Well, this is the sort of traditional way to do it, right? Right, I think. But the entire idea was I take you along on this journey with me, right? Because, like, okay, what would the difference be between figuring something out and then, like, presenting the outcome of what I figured out, you know? Well, I mean, the traditional way would be to, I think about it, I figure it out, and then I write it down, and then, I develop a script for it that sums everything up nicely. But I hate writing, to be honest. I literally just hate writing. Like, I've never actually just thought that, but yeah, I hate writing. I hate writing. I literally hate writing. I don't even, I've just realized it. I don't even know why, but, reading is so freaking annoying because, I don't even know. What? Maybe it's because it requires conscious effort for me to, actively interpret the stuff, and I suppose listening does a little bit too, but that one's, when you're hearing someone talk, it's more even sometimes hard not to listen and interpret the words than it is to just, let the meaning infiltrate your brain. At least for me. So, I don't even know. I enjoy talking right now. I'm enjoying this so much. But if I was typing this, I would probably not even be typing this anymore. I would not have gotten this far if I were typing this. I would just, have stopped and just said, okay, that's it. I would have called it a day. And now I'm thinking, for example, English class. Class discussions are fun. And I get so annoyed when people don't take advantage of them properly. But, essays and stuff, oh my god, I just freaking hate it. I can think of the stuff, but then I have to put it into pretty words if I want to get a pretty grade. And, what is the freaking point of, you can figure out what I mean. I don't have to keep rearranging it into the most compact, efficient, elegant, pretty way possible. As long as I get my idea across, that's all that matters. Dude, no one is in such a hurry that you cannot deal with a little inefficiency in communication. Maybe it's not the writing itself that I hate, but just the style of communication that it fosters. Because I suppose speeches can be stupid too, if you plan them too much. Because at that point it's basically writing, except read aloud, which is another thing. I mean, yeah, I don't know. But the same thing can be read good, that's written bad. But I suppose you could write it good, read bad. Yeah, you can have something. I mean, you can have okay writing. For example, I would, let me think of an example. like an instruction booklet to use a product, like I would totally read that, like, but then again, it would be so much nicer if someone just told me directly how to use the product. So, maybe my problem is impersonal communication. Because, like, someone telling it directly to me would be way nicer than, trying to dig for something on the internet. But then again, like, someone saying something on YouTube, can be engaging. I can enjoy, watching some of these videos. If the content actually freaking makes sense, and it's not one of those, like, the majority of videos really that are just, like, yammering nonsense, trying to make it sound coherent enough to get people to keep watching, but not actually communicating any significant messages. Like, what the frick? Why are you even making that video? That is not a freaking contribution to society. Or, I mean, it is only a contribution to the stupid part of society and not actually a meaningful improvement. Whatever. Don't even get me started on AI slop. Damn, I don't know, like, as with everything, it's always best to have a balance. So, how do I balance internal thinking and, like, external projection of my thinking? Maybe I should just think on this question. Maybe not every question can be answered immediately. I don't even know when to end the video. Like, maybe I could keep thinking on this for several more minutes and not come up with anything, or I could come up with an answer in the next 5 seconds. I don't know. The 5-second thing did not happen. But anyway, like, I couldn't have known that ahead of time. Like, it could have happened. So anyway, I think I'll just feeling kind of tired. I don't really know how to figure that out, like how much to record. So I'll just, I don't know. I think these were some nice thoughts. I'll just end this video. Feeling more tired now. Maybe I'll actually sleep. The weird thing is that as soon as I thought of ending the video, I felt the impulse to distract myself with something again. Maybe it's from these hard thoughts, or maybe it's just a habit of distracting myself. I don't know. Whatever. I've talked a lot. I don't want to talk anymore. So, bye.